Hi guys. I'm not used to using my regular voice or doing a soft-spoken voice when I'm like in ASMR mode, so you'll have to forgive me if I sound a little bit shaky. But I wanted to address the elephant in the room. I wanted to talk about the thing that we've all been hearing and seeing. If you feel like this is not a conversation that belongs in the ASMR community, if the fact that I'm talking about it makes you uncomfortable, unfollow, unsubscribe, do whatever you feel like you have to do, but that's not going to make this go away. Please understand that I have a platform, and even though I watch people and you watch people with way more followers than me, a bigger platform than me, I still have a platform. And there's 126,000 of you that are subscribed to me for some reason, and that's a lot of people. So I kind of feel morally obligated to talk about things and spread awareness about certain things, and so that's what I'm gonna do. So if you feel like you cannot support me for that, like I said, do whatever you feel the need to do, but I'm still gonna talk about it. This situation has affected me personally. Every time this happens, it affects me, and it hurts. It hurts to know that there are people out there who want to hurt people for the dumbest thing, something that none of us control, like the color of our skin. It's so ridiculous. It really is. I do try to stray away from talking about controversial things in videos on my social medias. I'm very active and outspoken about it, but when it comes to the videos, I try to stray away from it because I know how controversial topics make people act, and I do not like to see people argue in my comment section. It's something that I don't like. I don't like confrontation. I don't like seeing people upset, but sometimes, guys, you have to speak up. Everybody has a platform, big or small. Everybody has a platform. Your voice is your platform, and I urge you to use it and to speak up because you have it. It's in you, and you're allowed to use it. This kind of thing is so incredibly heartbreaking, and it affects me because I have three brothers. My youngest brother just finished his junior year of high school with straight A's. My second youngest brother just graduated high school, and he's had football scouts looking at him to give him full rides to their colleges to play football. And then my oldest brother just became a dad 72 hours ago. My niece was born 3 days ago. And there are people out there who couldn't give less of a shit at how successful they are, at how nice they are, how talented they are. There are people out there who couldn't care less. They just see a black person and they don't like that. They don't like them. Never met them before, never met me before, but they just don't like me because I'm black. I am black. I'm saying that because I get those comments asking me if I'm mixed. Both of my parents are black. I have Cuban grandparents, I have Native American grandparents, but I'm still a black woman. My family's black. And it hurts to know that my brothers, they're such great people, and I love them, but I fear for them every day, not just worrying about if they get pulled over, but just when they go out into the world. I fear for them because they could be getting gas or at the grocery store going to school, and they could be walking past someone who wants to do harm to them because they're black. That's so scary, and I can only imagine how they feel living like that, So when people say things like Black Lives Matter, that's not saying that other people's lives do not matter. I support the Black Lives Matter movement because of my brothers, because of my dad, because of my grandfather. I don't think that I'm superior to anybody. Because of my race, I don't feel superior. I don't think that anybody is superior to anybody. When people say Black Lives Matter, it is not saying your life does not matter. Everybody matters. Of course you matter. Of course your life matters. Just because you're not black does not mean your life does not matter. That's not what this movement is. That's not what it ever was. But all lives cannot matter if black lives don't matter. George Floyd's murderer got out on bail the other day. He had a $500,000 bail and he made it. He made bail. In any other situation, if George's murderer wasn't a cop, he would be sitting in jail right now. There would be no bail. He had his knee. Because a man that was the exact same weight as him, maybe more, with all the gear he had on him, was putting all of his weight into his knee, which was going into his neck, which for 7 to 9 minutes was cutting off his oxygen, was crushing his lungs. He could not breathe. And he's out of jail right now because there needs to be more to investigate. And I think that alone would make anybody angry. It would make anybody angry. The fact that the cops who were there when it was happening didn't face any charges, that would make anybody angry. Of course, all lives matter, but all lives cannot matter until black lives matter. I grew up in Georgia. I've lived in Georgia my entire life. I know this state like the back of my hand. I experienced racism at a very young age, but the first time it really scared me was when I was leaving a basketball game with my friends. It was 2 of my friends, and only one of them besides me was black, so it was my white friend and then my other black friend. And we were leaving the basketball game. It was like 9 o'clock, 9:30. All we were doing was walking to the car. We showed up to the basketball game a little late, so we had to park on the further end of the parking lot. So we were walking. We weren't being loud. We were just walking to our car. And I'll never forget when a Ford F-150 pulled up with a really super huge American flag on the back of their truck, and they're shouting racial slurs at me and my friend. And for a moment, I was genuinely afraid. I thought they were going to get out of the truck and hurt us. There was only 3 of us. We were on the volleyball team, but we're not super, like, we're not built, we're 3 girls, and there was like maybe 4 people in the truck, and I thought that they were going to hurt us. Black lives matter, and for a long time it has not felt like they have. So with all of that being said, I love you guys. I do. I really, really do. And I urge everyone to speak up and use their voice and talk about the things that are going on. If it makes you uncomfortable, it shouldn't, because it's reality. And outside of the ASMR community, these things are going on behind the camera, behind my YouTube channel and my social media. I'm a real person who goes through these things and experiences these things, and it's scary. So I'm sorry if this video upsets you. This isn't meant to upset you. It's meant to get you to speak up. This video is going to be monetized, and the money that's made from ads will be going to George Floyd funds and other organizations and things like that. The things that I have found, that's where the money is going towards. And I'm gonna have a lot of links in the description to places you can text and call, like so many links, and a lot of petitions that I urge you to sign because they make a difference. Believe it or not, they really, really do. So I urge you to just take a moment. It only takes a few seconds. It might take you 10 minutes, maybe 15 to sign all of the petitions, but it would mean a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. So I figured that if I do it on considering that it's one of my most requested videos, that it may or may not get a lot of traffic. I'm not really sure, but the point, I'm gonna do a little bit of favorite. My most requested videos, and I'm not talking about them, but it's not about bringing one of my most requested videos. So I did feel a little bit weird about doing a very mean, but it was pretty good. That doesn't bother loved.